Let's be honest, you are not a designer, I'm not a designer, but I found a way to connect Cursor to Figma so it can design anything you want. You can go to any website, get a picture of any section of the website you want, and you can just drop it into Cursor and it will design everything. And this is exactly what I'm going to show you. So let's begin. So what I did is I went to this repo that you can find on GitHub. I'll give you a link in the description below. And the first thing I did is I just downloaded this entire code. So I went into code, local, download zip. Once I downloaded the zip, I installed it in my documents folder. So I had it here. I went into Cursor, file, open folder, and then I just opened this folder on Cursor. Once I have this folder, the next thing you want to do is, if we just go step by step, is you want to install Bun. Now, this is for Mac or Linux. If you want to do it and you're doing it on Windows, just throw this command into Cursor and tell him, can you install this for me? He will install it using PowerShell. After you installed it, you want to integrate the MCP inside the MCP configs. So what Cursor just did in the last update, they did exactly what Windsurf did. So if you go to settings, MCP, and you do edit, it will actually edit the actual MCP JSON file. So if you're using Mac, this is the command you want to use, right? So just copy this and throw it into the MCP. If you're using a desktop, what you need to do is this command. And I will give this again in the description below. I will put a gist with this information so you can execute this. Just change this to your username, right? So you can throw it again into Claude here and tell, okay, this is my username and everything. Can you please change it and update the config? And it's amazing because now Cursor itself can update the config for you, right? The JSON file for you. So once I had all of this, I just started the server, right? So I started bun run src socket. So I connected a web socket. And of course you want to have Figma installed on your computer. So you just go to figma.com, start a new account if you don't have one, and then download it to your computer. Pretty simple. I don't want to waste your time on just showing you how to do it. Once you have done it, you open a design. So let's say I'm on my homepage, I'm opening a design. And in this design, you want to go to the settings here, plugins, development, import plugins from manifest. So when I press this, I go to the actual folder we installed, right? We unzip this folder to the SRC, to the Cursor MCP plugin, and then I just uploaded this manifest JSON file. Once it uploaded, again, I can go here, development, and I'll have the plugin here. You will also have a new folder, a new file. So if I'll just do it for a second, you can see it here. So Cursor MCP plugin, you'll just open it and it will open this cute little window. Once you installed the development plugin, what you want to do is you just want to come here again and start the WebSocket. So you create the connection between Cursor, your computer, and the plugin itself. Then when you do it, you will be able to connect. It will give you the server port, and then you will get this channel. So what I want you to do is I want you to copy this, Control C, Command C, and go back to Cursor. And now you just need to tell him, talk to Figma. When I'm saying talk to Figma, what he will actually do, he will start the combination and talking with Figma. And then what he will ask me to do is give the channel. So I'll give him the channel. I can say channel name is, and I'll give him the channel. Once I gave him the channel, he will know that every single command is throwing is going to this WebSocket on Figma and to this specific channel. If everything is correct, you will be able to press refresh and you will be connected as a new client and you will be able to start talking with the MCP tool to Figma. So what I want to show you is I'll go to this website, and this website, which is pretty amazing, costs $90,000. And what I'll do is I'll just take this screenshot from this website and I'll go back to Cursor and I'll tell him, can you design this for me on Figma with, and I'll just tag best practices. So I created a document with all of the best practices. Again, it's in the description below that you can use when you design with Figma. So I'll just send it to him. And as you can see, he's calling the MCP tool and each and every action do something else. So it create a frame, set the fill color, create rectangle. So if I'll go to Figma, what we will actually see is, and there is this picture, but he'll start design this entire build step by step. So he will do every single step and start designing it. It's an amazing process, and the beauty of it is that you can start designing your own designs, and then one, you can actually sell it, and two, you can use those designs then to grab them back to build your entire application based on how you want it to look based on this design element, instead of just letting it design everything and then sometimes you don't love the design. So here you can use Figma. We just replaced the designer, which is probably mind-blowing. So I'm always saying the gap between the old entrepreneur who needed to get money to build a startup and then take his idea to execution by building a developer team and design team now closes this gap. You don't need a design team. You can use Cursor with this agent to run Figma. You don't need a developer team. You can use Cursor with the agent to build applications. So if you're an entrepreneur and you are interested in learning more, you can check the link in the description for my school community, where I'm teaching not only how to build products, which is important, or sell services using AI agents, which is also important, but also how to build a business out of it, how to market your products and your services so you can actually generate money and not just build and waste your time on building stuff that no one wants. So if you want to check this out, check the description below. I will fast forward so we can see what is the end product, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so as you can see, it just finished, and we have a very basic test management platform based on the image we gave him. Now I can keep on prompting him, add more features, change this, change everything into the right containers, and it will just keep on doing this. The beauty of this MCP is that you have most of the commands you actually need to build a very robust UI. And if you want, you can go to Cursor and tell him, can you make this MCP file more robust? Which means, can you add more commands to the MCP files, for example, for shadows or backdrops or other things that it's not configured into the file right now, but you can edit if you want. Like Cursor will edit for you. You can just go to the Figma documentation, drop it into Cursor, and it will do it for you. We're in a new age, and I really hope that you are going to utilize this, because their potential of becoming an entrepreneur, building a business, creating an app, reaching millions of people worldwide was never so low. So if you want to learn more, again, check the description below. The school community is there. And until next time, ciao.